end is coming. I'll see y'all in the afterlife.
If it's the end of the world, I will do better next time. Oh yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know it. If it's the end of the world, I know that I have lived my life to the fullest. Yeah, the fullest. We stood on top of mountains. We've been to space before. We had our dogs and houses. We dug up dinosaurs. We built those bombs are dropping. We fought in all their wars. Now that the sky's falling, what did we do? It's the end of the world as we know it. It's our fault that it's over.
Oh, President's Day, you take me back to the early days of a country where the founding fathers, wearing wigs and stockings, were forming a nation that would one day ban men wearing wigs and stockings. And people wonder why I drink so much. Can you believe how many people in our country are pushing legislation to restrict drag queen performances? Drag queens have existed for so long, like ever since sparkly things were invented. And now, after all these years, we're suddenly a danger to the children? They say we're grooming them. Really? You know what us drag performers really want for your kids? We want them to know they don't have to grow up and be bigoted, hateful a-holes like those people. No, that's the grooming they're worried about. Making the kids open-minded and accepting of others and themselves. They clearly don't want that. Now, how do we get everyone to understand we're all just people? We're all humans trying to have a good life here. So stop making it so damn hard. All you people wanting to drag us back into the dark ages right now, you're really putting a twist in my girdle. Now, I know Nana looks like an old-fashioned gal, but I like vintage style, not vintage values. And I most certainly don't want to go back to queer people living in the closet and back alley abortions. The only reason I would go back in time is to be there when the US Constitution was written, so Nana could offer a few suggestions that might make things a little more clear for us today. Although people always seem to have a way of interpreting documents, twisting words to suit their righteous agendas. Yes, it seems that all the positive strides we made are overshadowed by the passion some folks have to control people and force others to live by their righteous rules. But let's not forget how far we've come. I never dreamed when I was young that one day people would be able to discover who they are on the inside and let that be known to the outside world. I grew up holding my true self tightly tucked, unless I was 100% sure I could trust someone with the truth of who I really was. Well, look at me now. Are these anti-drag queen laws that some states are trying to pass a sneaky way to harm trans people as well? If the laws are as vague as to ban male and female impersonators from public, then it seems they could also be used to target the trans community. Now, let's not get too upset yet, because hopefully none of these laws will hold up in courts. But the fact that they are even being proposed means more citizens of our country are buying into the fears and hatreds of LGBTQ people. How did we get from being a country where people are supposed to be able to be different, have different backgrounds and views, different politics and religious beliefs, and coexist peacefully, to a nation so divided that we would criminalize our own citizens for their personal identity and self-expression? Well, we know conservatives and some religious groups have always been trying to get us to live by their rules. And we know social media has made it much easier and quicker to create propaganda and stoke the fires of rage. But other countries have those things as well. So what gives the United States its own special recipe of hatred that the other countries just don't have? The secret sauce just might be a news organization that rhymes with Sox News. Now, it's recently been revealed that the major voices on this platform don't even believe what they're reporting. I mean, are they really offended that candy characters weren't sexy enough anymore? Well, maybe not, but they know their fans will care, and they care about ratings and revenue and need to keep their supporters happy and engaged. So truth and fact-checking go out the window, and the focus is on keeping conservatives and Republicans hating on the liberals and progressives because they have an obsession with winning, which means the total control and elimination of liberals and their views. Now, they might try to say the same about liberals and Democrats, but the truth is, liberal folks are mostly defending themselves from the attacks. Most of us just want to be decent, accepting, supportive humans, and it's not easy and comfortable for us to fight because we just want to be good people. But we'll do it if we have to. I've heard this same old story that trans kids are hearing right now my entire life. You're choosing to be gay. God didn't make you that way. We need to pray the gay away. God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. You should get conversion therapy. I don't care what you do. I just don't want to see it. Love the sinner, hate the sin. Stop rubbing your lifestyle in my face and you're going to burn in hell. Listen, until you're in my brain, walking in my shoes, don't tell me who I am and who I am not. You don't know. I was made this way. I was made a queer person. Sorry if that blows up the reality you've created for yourself. And even if I chose to be this way, it doesn't matter. It has no effect on you whatsoever. So don't speak as if you know who people are on the inside. And when they tell you who they are, believe them. It's not so hard. People's ideology is so much stronger than their compassion for others that they literally choose not to believe that people are gay or queer or trans, even when we make it crystal clear. Some of these same people kick their kids out of the house and their lives because their ideology is stronger than the love for their very own child. As someone reminded me the other day, there's no hate like Christian love. Now I get comments here in the same sentence that say, "You're disgusting, God's judgment will be harsh for you. Jesus loves you." Well, that's just, who needs the therapy now? And they think God likes that more than me. Luckily, I have very thick skin and I am completely confident in who I am. Plus, I'm old now and I just can't give a fuck about what you're saying. But I do care about how you're treating young people right now. They don't have thick skins yet, and the fear and hatred of them that you're instigating right now is despicable and dangerous. And to all those compassionate, supportive Christians out there, can you please help us out and let your friends know that they don't have to be that way? America, you're skating on thin ice. You're working my last nerve, and I've just about had it. How is it that a brown person can't go out for a jog in this country without someone calling the police or harassing them, or worse, yet these fools are allowed to form an armed, angry mob at a library where children are being read to by a drag queen? You think if this mob was brown people, this would go down the same way? I don't think so. This mob, they're the same people that protest Black Lives Matter, who are racist, white supremacists, somehow Christian, and are now protecting us from the evil drag queens. I guarantee that kids will not be traumatized by drag queens reading a story, but you know what is traumatic to kids? This. Angry mobs of armed people screaming hateful things. I'm a grown-ass person and it's horrifying to me. Some people are saying to me, just stop reading to kids and there won't be angry mobs of protesters. Sure, if you want hate to win, if you want the threat of violence to win, if you want those people deciding what is right and wrong for us, and those people won't stop if there is no drag queen story time to protest, they will never run out of events to protest and people to harass. So, if you're thinking of putting on your camouflage and going down to the library with your assault rifle, please rub those couple of brain cells you have together to think about the effect you're going to have on the kids. I need a drink to numb my last nerve.
Welcome to the world, baby boy. I'll paint you red and white and blue. The indoctrination starts as soon as you come out the womb. Pretty quick, we'll make you stupid with curriculums at school. And if the classroom doesn't do the trick, we'll make you watch the news. Pick your team, right or left, take the red pill or the blue. You can vote, but even if you win, still everyone will lose. Don't forget to buy designer because Gucci makes you cool. We prioritize material belongings over truth. Get a job that you can't stand so you can buy some cans of food. Go overseas and die for freedom, there's some oil we can use. Our democracy exists so that you think that you can choose, but our algorithms make you do what we want you to do. What's the problem? You're depressed, society has you confused. We got medication for you that you'll probably abuse. Go get married to a lady who also don't have a clue, and pump out a few babies that are just the same as you.
Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong.
Welcome to the world, baby girl, I'll paint you pink if that's okay. We'll encourage self-destruction through the music that you play. We divided all the men by trying politics and race, and honestly it's working awesome, so for you we'll do the same. Never teaching you to love yourself, inject you full of hate, objectify your sexuality, then blame you for the rape, and weaponize the differences that make our men and women great. Then just to screw with you, erase the genders, everyone's the same. We'll empower you with rights to vote and fight for equal pay, then have the men turn into women and you'll fight for them again. But you thought you had it figured out, but everything has changed. Welcome to the system, please enjoy your stay. Here's a Bible and a bottle of the cheapest booze we make. Find a man who can take care of you to fill the holes we made. Buy a house and settle down, fulfill your duty, procreate, and make a couple babies who will also do the same. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the world, everybody. I'ma paint you black and white. I'ma make you hate each other so that everyone will fight. I'ma give you all religion, let the righteous find the light. But I will also give you science to oppose the word of Christ. And I'ma give you borders, they're imaginary lines. If you cross them, go to war and win when everybody dies. And I'ma give you money that you'll value more than life, and let the 1% have everything while you fight to survive. And then I'll give you politics, I'll call it left and right. And while you divide yourselves, I will conquer both the sides. Can't you see? I'm the system, my whole purpose is divide. What you choose will never matter because everything is mine. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong.